So how does the anime compare to the manga? Yo, what's good, it's your boy Reviews, and as we draw closer and closer to the release date of Attack on Titan, the final season part 3, the final edition part 1, I decided to go and compare all the anime trailer scenes to the manga. I will try and keep this video as anime only friendly as possible, but considering that I'll be comparing the manga panel scenes, some of the scenes may not be exactly like the anime, so they may show some spoilers here and there, so do be warned, anime onlys. If you don't want to see them, you have been warned. The first shot is this wide shot of the rumbling. There are indeed two shots that this shot could be relating to, but I love how all the rumbling titans are completely covered in shadow, just adding to that suspense and that fear of the unknown. The anime beautifully captured the expressions on Hanji and this guy's face, but I must admit I do prefer the Reiner shot. In the manga version, he looks way more frightened and terrified. The anime is just showing one out of many shots that we could be getting. Next up, you get the rocky cliffside with the train and the Malian blimps in the sky. I think the anime have drawn a few new scenes. The anime is once again showing one out of many frames of a lot of flames falling down onto the founding titan and the rumbling. I assume this is from chapter 134, but if it is, damn has the anime enhanced this shot. I also believe that the founding titan design is slightly different from manga to anime. The manga has a bigger forehead and a smaller face, but you don't see enough of the back ribcage like you do in the manga, and that creepy spine. This shot of the Colossal Titans absolutely wreaking havoc on the cities down below, and this high angle shot are both taken from chapter 131, although this high angle shot of the three Colossal Titans does appear to be an anime original scene. I must admit, Hanji looks pretty badass in the anime version. I mean, look at the confidence in her eyes. I am really curious to know if this is going to be one out of many shots of the anti-Rumble gang confronting Eren. The anime, you don't really see the streak lines going down Eren and Ymir's face. They're completely covered in shadow, a detail that I would have loved MAPPA to have included. They really made Armin look like a true leader in this shot, the way he glares down his suicidal maniac of a friend. There were only a couple of frames of Hanji preparing to slay the Colossal Titans, and while that fluid animation looks beautiful in the anime, I must admit that this shot of Hanji looking down at the Titans looks pretty damn impactful in the manga, although the anime does a pretty good job. Next, we got the greatness that is Levi Ackerman's back. This is the closest shot it relates to the manga, although I do love the additional steam in the background. The animators really captured the energy of when the Beast Titan is throwing those debris, and of course his Titan design is greatly enhanced. The only characters to look at Levi are Zoe, John, and Ioman, while my girl Mikasa and Connie are completely cut out of the picture. The manga uses a close-up shot on Levi's face as he's gripping his ODM gear, but the anime shot is just the chef's kiss, man. I love how we got a full shot of Annie's face as she's looking back at the scouts. And again, MAPPA really made her so pretty in this season. I must admit, Mikasa looks far less gormless in the anime. The only confident looking shot of the plot armor titan that I could find is this shot from chapter 132. I really love the anime version of Eren crying in this close-up shot. The anime just adds that extra layer of detail and care that the manga just couldn't quite get there, although it was a pretty good shot in the manga. Reiner looks like an absolute madman in the anime version compared to his manga counterpart. Just his wild expressions in the anime and his crazy eyes. You get this crazy looking shot of Eren Yeager in his founding titan form. I couldn't quite find a close-up shot of all these Colossal Titans marching in a row, so it might be an anime original. This shot of Armin running and screaming towards Eren almost looks like it was traced because it looks identical to the manga version. His expressions and lines all match the manga. You get a close-up shot of Mikasa's eyes. Both versions have that feeling of fear and dread, but they look so much different from one another. While we don't quite get this shot of John, Connie, and Armin, the 30-second PV from the Omnibus NHK special broadcast did show this new scene of the four of them running in the same angle from the manga. This shot of Mikasa just begging Eren to come back to her is absolutely enhanced in the anime. I mean, there's no competition, the anime wins by a mile. But I have to admit that the way Isayama drew the path streaks in the manga just have a sort of edge to it that the anime just couldn't replicate well. Although the anime is a good design, the manga just looks cooler. And finally, the shot that made a lot of manga fans go AOE, as Eren's eyes are indeed open, but shut in the manga. He probably has them open and then he closes them, or reverse, but who knows? Only MAPPA. I like to also add this shot of Eren Yeager's face that we got from yesterday. And while a lot of people are pretty hyped about this and really excited to see Eren's face crying, a lot of people are not happy, particularly the manga readers. They say it's inconsistent, the art looks bad, and that MAPPA have ruined what was once a beautiful masterpiece. In my opinion, it looks fine to me. I think it's a really amazing drawing. As long as they're being respectable, then I don't mind people having a different opinion. But being a jerk online and just being a troll,
that's no good.
But that's just my silly little opinion. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of this. What did you think about the manga versus anime comparisons? Which do you prefer, the manga version or the anime version? Do you think that the fans are being a little bit too critical towards Attack on Titan? Do they need a chill pill or is the hate justified? But regardless, we are all hyped for Friday. In other news, we got yet another promotional image of Armin Arlet for the countdown for Attack on Titan the final season part 3, the final edition part 1. We also got a new illustration by Takuma Kaneko, and we got a brand new keyframe of Levi Ackerman for the upcoming Attack on Titan part 3 special episode. It's good to see our boy back in action. Like this video, subscribe for more Attack on Titan reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy do the review signing out.